Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here is your weekly market report. We had a pretty good week of cattle runs this week. We had 1,300 or maybe 1,400 Monday and 1,300 Tuesday. A lot of numbers, a lot of calves, not so many slaughter cows. I think we're kind of catching up on the slaughter cows. We had huge runs of cows and bulls for several weeks, and it's kind of tapered off a little bit. One of our cow buyers told me that the northern states this time of year cull really hard on their cows, mainly the dairies, and if those cows aren't milking up to par, or if they're subpar cows, they're going to cull hard because they're going through the hard winter, and they only want those top producing cows. So there's a lot of cows coming to town up in the north, which we don't really think a lot about, but that does affect the cow market here in Florida. It's just supply, and supply is being overrun in certain places, so it's going to be, it kind of makes it less demand here for those same kind of cattle. So, you know, we had one buyer that was practically kind of pulled out on dairy cows, but overall, even with that happening, cow prices did hold up, and even were quoted to be, I think, $2 or $3 higher, which looked like to me cows were a little bit higher. 24% of the volume was slaughter class animals. That's cows and bulls going to slaughter. So we're past that 30%, 35% of the sale being slaughter classes. So with cows being higher right now, I think that does show that prices in the slaughter classes could be higher later on this year. We have a special slaughter cow sale during the holidays. I think that's December the 19th. It's a Tuesday for slaughter class cattle only, and I'm looking for that sale to be pretty good. And then on into next year, as numbers dry up on those slaughter classes, I think this cow market could take off and get pretty good. It's just kind of been up and down, and like a roller coaster ride with these prices. The volatility in the cattle market has been extreme the last few weeks, more so on the futures board, with the cattle on feed report coming out saying there's more cattle in the feedlots, which kind of goes against what everybody's been talking about. There's fewer cattle. Inventory is certainly lower than it has been in a long time, and numbers just haven't appeared out of the blue. They're still off. So I still think this market has plenty of room to run. We have kind of leveled off, and things have kind of settled down. The futures board have been trading pretty steady. It looks like they're going to add some money onto the fat cattle coming out of the feedlots this week. I heard where they're quoting $1.83 or $1.84, which is $1 or $2 higher than it was last week. So packers are needing cattle. Numbers will be down, and things may turn back around, just like last week or the week before. We're talking about we're under pressure. We don't know what's going to happen. So we just kind of calm down here for a little bit, and things are going to work their way out. On the national level, there's some legislation going on that you don't hear, and I don't hear anything about hardly from our cattle industry groups that are out there helping us and promoting our way of life and our industry. I just don't hear any information about the OFF Act, which is a controversial act. There are a lot of checkoff programs in industries like cows and chickens and hogs and citrus and whatever commodities are out there. They're checkoff programs, and they're now mandated by law that you have to pay into those checkoff programs. It used to be voluntary, but now it's not. It's mandated. It's law. So if you don't pay those checkoffs, basically you're breaking the law. And they've been on the books for several years, but have not been looked at as far as reforming or relooking at the way those monies are being handled and who's handling those monies. And so now there are several of our congressmen and legislatures, people there in Washington, Democrats and Republicans alike, that are coming up with what their constituents want to see is to let's reform these checkoff programs. Now, it's a very controversial topic, and I don't want to make any enemies, but I'm just saying that I don't hear a lot about it, and I think everybody has a right and should be informed about what's going on. Well, the OFF Act has been introduced by Democrat and Republican legislators. It's bipartisan, and it is a program to help the farmers and help the producers that are local homegrown farmers. It's something that it would be beneficial to look at these checkoff programs, and let's not saying throw them away, throw them out the door. Let's just see what's going on there, and if we can tweak them or make things better for the local people. That's one thing. There's another act I'd never even heard of. It's EATS, EATS Act. Have you heard of that one? I hadn't till just the other day, and I don't know enough about that to tell you one way or the other, but it's a program that or it's an act that's been introduced that is going to take rights away from states about their commodities in their states, and it is a federal mandated law to take some of the states' rights away from how they market and how they trade their commodities interstate. And I don't know that much. All I'm telling you is go out there and look. It's called the EATS Act, and a lot of farm groups are for that. A lot of thousands and thousands of farmers from all over the country are supporting that act. I've not heard anything about it from our cattle industry here, so that's something to check out. So that's just some news that you may want to look at that you won't hear about in a lot of places. What else is going on? We're going to be closed for Thanksgiving next week, and then we'll come back after Thanksgiving. There's one more week in November, which is weird. Usually I thought Thanksgiving came on the last week of November, but so Thanksgiving, then we come back the week after Thanksgiving, which that's the last week of November, and then we have, I think, 3 sales in December before we go on Christmas and New Year's break. And here's the calendar. Let me just look at it right here for a second. Yep. Slaughter only cow sale is on Tuesday, December the 19th. There won't be any regular sales that week, just the slaughter classes. And then we'll be closed through January the 1st. That's a Monday, January 1st. We will not have a sale Monday, January the 1st, New Year's Day. Ball games, food, things like that. And then Tuesday, we'll be back with our regular sales 2024. That's Tuesday, January the 2nd. Did you guys hear about the Cowboys from out west that went to Israel? That's catching on big time, man. These guys are just young cowboys. I don't know how many of them it was, but it's kind of hit big time news. Three of them just said, man, we're going over there to help Israel. They've lost their labor force over there. They don't have any way to harvest their crops or milk their cows or whatever they do, which I'm not sure what it is. But these 3 guys said, we're going to go over there and help them. They bought plane tickets. They went over there on their own dime, and they're just showing the world and America the heart of Americans, the heart of the cowboy, and that's good for those guys, good for y'all. And if you're looking for anything else to do, you may want to stop back by Okeechobee Livestock Market on your way back. We could use some alley help here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Just letting you know. Check us out. As far as checking us out goes, you guys are listening to this market report, and if you like it, please subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up button on that and all. But we broadcast our sales on Monday and Tuesday, and if you want to, you can look right down there on this page on the YouTube channel, and there's a little notification, the little ding ding thing that comes over on your phone, and you can click that little notification and you'll go ding ding on your phone every time our sale goes live, and you'll know about it. I do know we will have a special sale. Neilco Farms will be offering some replacement heifers. They're Brayford and red composite A-beef type heifers from the Adams Ranch genetics, and also some blacks and black white face. These are replacement heifers ready for a bull to be put on them, and that sale is going to be Tuesday, December the 5th, I think. We're going to have that on a regular sale day so everybody can participate. You can bid on the computer on the Producer's Cattle Auction internet site, or you can be here live at Okeechobee Livestock Market and bid traditionally, whichever you prefer. Well, let's see, we had some high prices this week. Oh, before I get into that, I didn't tell you, some of the calf prices looked like it was a little bit stronger. We had a lot of calves in the 5-weight range that were bringing over 260, up to 265 was definitely stronger than it was last week. And I think we had some 4-weight calves which really rang a bell. Some 4-weight calves that were bringing over $3, 450-pound calves bringing up to $3. That's a lot of money for a little calf. So it's looking pretty good, you guys. So the top prices this week on the calf side was Scarborough Ranch, and from Okeechobee right here, and they had a little calf that weighed 205 pounds. That calf brought $4.15, and the little feller was bought by Bob Harrington. Bob, hope you're doing well, you and Deb. And on the slaughter cow side, AAA Pig Farm from Clewiston, yeah, you heard that right, AAA Pig Farm sold a big cow weighing 1105 that brought $1.07. That cow was bought by Brown Packing, and that's your market report. Appreciate you. Have a nice, safe, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you back here in a couple of weeks.